So here's the thing. I was trying to work around some indicators to build a trading strategy. And I landed on the Vwap indicator. I observed some price action around it, and you know what? I created a strategy with fixed rules. Hello everyone, what's up? I hope you're doing well. My name is Daksh, and in front of you is the backtest data of the strategy I'm going to tell you about in this video. I backtested this strategy over a month or so and got 105 valid trades with a 53.33% win rate, as you can see, and netted around 35% within a short span by risking just 1% on each trade. So if you like what you see and want to learn this completely rule-based forex day trading strategy, then stick around until the end. The backtest data that I showed you in the beginning will be shared with you, and I will even talk about it in detail at the end of this video. But first, let us see what this strategy is all about. So first, I will tell you what my rationale was behind this strategy. So the thing is, I had read and heard a lot that the trends are formed in the London session, and just when the New York market opens and there's an overlap session, the trend reverses. And then this trend continues in the remaining New York session. So I then got down to actually see if this happens or not. And the first thing that I did was I opened an Euro USD chart and applied the sessions indicator on the chart. And for the sessions indicator, type sessions over here and then apply the one by Junior FX Addict. I mean, you can use the other ones too, but I like this. Now, I know when each session begins, so what I did is I started skimming through the chart to see if my theory was right. And guess what? Trends that form in London do actually reverse in the overlap session. So now I had a theory and I needed to see how I can capitalize on this. So I started to look for indicators to help me out, and I landed upon this nice indicator known as Vwap. And the Vwap indicator, or the volume weighted average price indicator, is built-in indicator in TradingView. All you have to do is just type Vwap in the indicator search option and apply the first one that pops up. Now, once we apply both these indicators, our charts should look something like this. And you need to keep the technical settings of the Vwap indicator as it is. And I like to change the color of the band to black and increase the thickness a bit. With these two indicators ready on the chart, I started working with them and tried to build a strategy, and I did come up with one. As I said earlier, this strategy is a completely rules-based strategy, and I have made some rules that need to be followed here. But unlike this strategy that has rules, YouTube doesn't have any rules for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. But I would really like if you did that. So the most important thing that I wanted was to get in on the new trend as quickly as possible. And so here's rule number one. Rule number one is we will trade this on 1 minute time frame. Now, rule number two is we will only trade this during London and the New York overlap session. Now, and that is pretty obvious, right? Now, the thing that we are looking for over here is the price breach to the middle band, which is the main VWAP line either to the upside or to the downside. And this is the main aspect of our strategy and also the rule number three. Now, if the price is below the middle line, we will wait for the price to breach it and close above it. And if the price is above the middle line, then we will wait for the price to breach it and close below it. Now, just look at this Euro USD, and this is around 12th Jan. As you can see, the price closed above the middle VWAP line in the overlap session. And this is a valid trade for us, and we go long here. Now pay attention to three things over here. Just when you see that a candlestick has breached the VWAP line, you should place a buy order at the price level of the VWAP line. No matter how high the candlestick goes after breaching the line, entry will always be at the VWAP line. Now see where I have placed the stop loss. Since this is a long trade, the stop loss is placed at the lower VWAP line, and now that's rule number 4. Now, with this strategy, we are going to have a fixed risk to reward ratio that is of 1 to 1.5, and this is the rule number 5. Just see how quickly this trade went in our favor. Also see how mechanical the entire trade was. You know exactly where to enter, where to get out of the trade if it's not going in our favor, and also know when to take profit and leave if it is going in our favor. Now, this was a long trade example, but I will show you a couple of more examples to understand all the scenarios. Like one will be for the short trade and the other one will be to explain you one very important rule of this strategy. So just see this USD CHF 1 minute chart, and we are around 20th Jan right now. So We can see how the price closed below the middle VWAP line over here, and we have a valid short trade over here. See how price shoots down to our target right after we enter. See that the stop loss is placed at the upper VWAP line over here, as this is a short trade, and also the target again, or the risk to reward ratio, is 1 to 1.5. Now it's time for the last example. So just look at this USD JPY 19th Jan chart over here. Now you might say that this is a valid trade opportunity, right? As the price broke the middle VWAP line over here to the downside. But notice one thing over here. Just before the overlap session started, the price touched the middle line a couple of times, and this is what we need to avoid. Like, while I was backtesting the strategy, I found that when the price hovers around the middle VWAP line just before the overlap session begins, the trades that we get from this strategy often fails. So that's why I added this rule to the strategy. So rule number 6 is ignore trades if the price touch the VWAP line anytime within the 15 minutes before the overlap session begins. So according to the time zone, overlap session starts at 18:30. So I would ignore all the trades if the price touch the middle VWAP line from 18:16 to 18:30. And now finally, rule number 7 is you will take only one trade per major currency pair. So the maximum potential daily trades will be 7, as there are 7 major currency pairs. And what I mean by this is you are only allowed to take one trade on one major currency pair, and no matter if that trade is a winner or a loser, you won't touch the pair until the next day. So let us take a few examples to understand this strategy properly so that all of your doubts get cleared. So here we are on USD JPY 1 minute time frame. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to always look for only overlapped session. Like in the chart, you can see this colored session is the overlap session between the London and the New York. So you have to always target only this session using this strategy. So as you can see here, the price was moving down, right? The price is moving down, and then you have to wait for the price to breach the middle VWAP line like it did over here. And when it does that, you have to enter when the price retest the middle VWAP line. Only at this point. You cannot enter over here, no matter what. You have to wait for the price to retest it. If the price or the candle finishes over here, you still have to wait for it to move here. Or else, if it moves down, then it's okay, just leave the trade. So after that, the next thing that you have to do is when you enter over here, your stop loss will be at the upper VWAP line, as this is a short trade, and your take profit will be approx 1.5 times your stop loss. Like you should get at least 1.5 risk to reward ratio, like we saw over here. And then you have to check a couple of more things. Like before the overlapped session, you have to see if the price did not touch the VWAP line. Like 15 minutes before the session starts, you have to see if it hasn't touched the VWAP line. Like let us say the session started at around 18:30, right? So around 18:15, which will be over here, from this point to this point, you have to see if the price have touched or not. So as in this case, the price has not touched the VWAP line or moved like this, right? So this is a valid trade. If it touched it, then you have to leave that trade and look for another one. Now let us take a couple of more examples on the same chart. So this is a overlap session again, but okay, this is again an overlap session, and you can see the price was moving up, right? So the session started from here. Let us move 15 minutes before and see. Okay, till this point you can see 18:15. So it is clearly visible that the price has not touched or moved across the middle line. So when the price moved down over here and it retested, you will enter over here. Your stop loss will be at this point, and your take profit will be approx 1.5, so that you get a risk to reward ratio of 1.5. So you can see how quickly the price moved down. You didn't even have to wait much. In 2 candles, your take profit was hit. Now let us take another example so that you clearly understand everything. Then again, this is a overlap session, but you can see here the price didn't move above, right? If it was a downtrend, it should have moved above it, and then we could have entered so that the price would move up. But nothing like that happened over here. So let us move forward and see if there is any other trade. Yeah. Again, over here, you can clearly see how the price was moving down first, right before the Vwap session. It again moved down, so it was a downtrend, but then the price changed the trend and it moved above the VWAP line over here. Like we have to avoid the VIX, we have to wait for the candle to form, right? So in this case, the candle was formed above it over here. So you will just take this tool, like let us say I entered over here, my stop loss will be at this line and my take profit will be such that I get around 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio, which in this case would be over here. Like you can see the risk to reward ratio we are getting is 1.5. So let us see how it went, and you can clearly see that the price moved so quickly. And also you need to check a couple of things, and that thing is if the price has moved to the middle line before the session started. Like let us say the session started at 1830, so you'll have to check till 1815 and see if the price has moved above and below this line like this, and which in this case has not happened. So the price was moving down, it changed the trend, it moved above, it broke out of it, then we enter over here, we keep our stop loss here, and then we keep our take profit here. So I hope all of your doubts are clear now, and this is how you trade using this strategy. I had backtested this strategy extensively, and after doing that, I saw that the win rate was low and the gains were low too. And that's why I made rule number 6 and 7 so that we can take only the best of trades, which results in higher win rate and higher gains. So this is the Vwap day trading forex strategy, and now I will go over the backtest data that I have done for the strategy using the rules that I have taught you. By the way, I'm currently testing a couple of strategies and I will make videos on those too. So if you are interested, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and also do like this video. So I tested this strategy on all 7 major currency pairs from 14th December 2021 till 24th January 2022. And we had around 105 valid trades, out of which 56 ended up in the green and 49 ended in red. Our win rate here was 53.33%, and we have netted a cool 35% within this short period. And yes, 35% gains if you would risk 1% per trade, and if you would have risked 2%, well, then the gains would double and you would end up with 70% in profit. And by the way, if you look at the daily performance of the strategy, then you will see that the maximum profit that you could have earned with this strategy would be 9%, while the max daily loss would have been 5%. And on an average, you would have made around 1.17% per day. I have nicely backtested this strategy manually and have recorded everything in this Excel sheet, which of course I will share it with you, and you are free to have a look at it. So do test this strategy, and if you like what you see, then do consider using it. Now, also, I'm not going to leave this strategy just like this. I'm going to continue using it, record everything, and I will see if there are any problem that it faces, and I will try coming up with something better. Lastly, do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.